Are you?
The Bud Light genie? Yeah. So we get wishes? It's my thing. Gimme.
We all have our traditions when it comes to the big game.
Yo, Paulie, you want some coffee?
Holy crap, Bud Light in the morning? That's a stretch. Let's keep the Bud Light exposure to a minimum in this one, guys. People are still angry about that thing. Even this old lady sees what we're trying to do here.
I forgot the sausage.
If New Yorkers talking about red meats isn't enough to remind you that Bud Light is a man's drink, then, well, we can't help you. Please buy our beers again. We lost so much money. We won't let Dylan Mulvaney within 100 yards of this here commercial. See? No people anywhere. Just good old-fashioned middle American football. Wait, is that what? No, it's not. Bud Light, the cisgendered beer.
Okay, so Bud Light has been in the news for the last couple of weeks. I haven't done a video on Bud Light in a while, but they're trying to make a comeback. They're trying very hard to reverse course, trying to do a 180, but it's not working out for them so far because their sales are still down, even though the last quarter, last year, 2023, fourth quarter, their stock was up higher than expected, but their sales are still down about 30%. Even the first couple of weeks of 2024, their sales are still down, but they've been trying to make this comeback. They've done this 180. They partnered with the UFC. They gave them the largest sponsorship check in UFC history to try to show, look, we're more conservative, we're more manly, we're more macho. Forget all that crap that we were on back in early 2023. Please come back to us because we're not going to be on that crap anymore. We're more conservative and on your side, and we appreciate you. That's what they're trying to say without actually saying it. They need to say it out loud. And now they just partnered up with another guy who leans on the conservative side. They partnered with Shane Gillis. We all know him. He's a very reputable comedian, very funny guy. And he was fired from SNL about, 5 years ago now for allegedly being homophobic and racist because he tells all these extremely on the edge jokes and it pisses off a lot of people. A lot of people on social media talk crap. Oh, he hates Asian people. He's homophobic. This is terrible. This guy is a very bad guy and he's definitely transphobic. They say all this crap about him and have been trying to cancel him. SNL tried to cancel him, but it looks like it's worked out for him because he's built his name up bigger than it probably would have been had he remained with SNL. So he's pissed off a whole lot of people on the left, people who support this trans crap and all of that. He's pissed off a lot of them. And Bud Light said, okay, we know all of this. We know your reputation. And we're going to write you a check anyway. We're going to partner with you anyway because the people who like you, the people who watch you on YouTube, the people who buy tickets to go out to see you are some of the same people who drink Bud Light. And we recognize that now because when they try to appease these LGBT, LGBTQ people, when they tried to get a pat on the back, when they were looking for retweets and likes on Twitter to say, oh, good job, look who you hired, that doesn't translate to sale. A lot of these companies are starting to recognize that these left-wing activists, these woke activist freaks who talk all this crap and always trying to counsel somebody and always talking about inclusivity, we need inclusivity, equity, and all that crap. When you give them what they want, they don't buy your product. We see this across all types of industries. So Bud Light realized that when they tried to appease these people, most of them, yeah, they'll say, oh, good, we like this, but they're not going to buy your product. You're not going to see a big boost in sales. But what you will see is a drop in sales because you're going to alienate people on the other side. So, yeah, they hired Shane Gillis. And let's take a look at this guy. Let's take a look at a couple of clips.
Racism is, in America, football. There's a Disney movie, Remember the Titans, dedicated to what I just told you. The whole point of that, dude, that was one high school football season. Remember the Titans was like, it was 8 weeks. That whole town went from like centuries of like, don't let them in our school, to just like, oh shit, the high school team's 4-0. Those are my brothers. The point I'm trying to make is if you want to get rights in America, you just got to put together a good football team. You know what I mean? If the transgenders got together and put together just a fucking hard nose, run it down your throat ball club. If the trans are just 3 yards in a cloud of dust of transgenders. If the trans community could just somehow upset Alabama, everybody down there tomorrow would be like, those are some tough bitches, actually.
And many of his fans are upset, saying, oh, he's been bought, he sold his soul. How much money are they paying him? Because this is terrible. We're still not going to drink Bud Light. But I saw a few comments saying, oh, okay, you won us over. This is enough of an apology. So I guess it's hit or miss. Some people are going back to Bud Light and some people are not. But like I said, Bud Light, they're doing all of this. They're changing their commercial styles. They're trying to partner with all of these macho companies and these people who are more conservative. They're trying to do all of it. They're doing everything but apologizing or even acknowledging what they did to piss off their consumers in the first place. And they won't even confirm, even though people have been saying that, they won't confirm outright if Horseface has been fired for insulting the customer base. And now they got a huge win. Bud Light got a huge win because Trump has come out in defense of Bud Light. So we're going to get into what Trump said. Let's go over his Truth Social post. The Bud Light ad was a mistake of epic proportions, and for that, a very big price was paid. But Anheuser-Busch is not a woke company, but I can give you plenty that are. I am building a list and might just release it for the world to see. Why not? The radical left does it viciously well to run conservative company and people. Wait, I think there was supposed to be a period. Conservative companies and people. Very nasty, but it's the way that they play the game. On the other hand, Anheuser-Busch spends $700 million a year with our great farmers, employs 65,000 Americans, of which 1,500 are veterans, and is a founding corporate partner of Foes of Honor, which provides scholarships for families of fallen servicemen and women. They raise over $30 million and given 44,000 scholarships. Anheuser-Busch is a great American brand that perhaps deserves a second chance. What do you think? Perhaps instead we should be going after those companies that are looking to destroy America. So a couple of points to that. First of all, Bud Light is a sub company. The parent company is AB InBev. That's a European company. That company comes out of Belgium, and they just use American patriotism. They show the American flag and football games and talk about the veterans because they try to give the perception that they're an American company, but they're not. They even, in one of their commercials, one of their initial commercials, they were showing New York City, the Freedom Tower, to remind us of 9/11, I guess, to show that they're all about America and the American spirit. What the hell? So they're not an American company. And some of these things I talked about before, like the guy, the CEO of Bud Light, he was on CBS News crying, talking about, oh, please come back and buy our beer because we hired 65,000 Americans. And if you don't buy our beer, we're going to start laying some off, which they actually did do. They started laying people off. But we know about this. We know about the scholarships. We know everything. But here's the thing. You're talking about companies that are looking to destroy America. Well, Bud Light participated in it. We have all these woke activist companies, these companies that try to appease to the left because they believe somehow, some way that they can get some money out of it. A lot of these companies are falling for this ESG crap, trying to appease environmentalists, sun worshiping people who want to destroy the economy for the sake of climate change. And of course, try to force diversity, equity, and inclusion in the companies, even if it's not the best thing to do for the bottom line. But Bud Light participated in all that. You had them actively trying to send a message. They came out, insulted the customers, and then they said, we're moving in the opposite direction. We're going for these people, these LGBT, LMNOP. We're going for the more left-wing base because that's where we believe the future is, and that's where we're going to make our money. That's what they believe. That's where they hedged their bets, and they were completely wrong. So they have backed off from it, and there are a lot of companies out there trying to destroy America, like Trump said. But a lot of these companies actively participated in this crap, and then they tried to reverse course once they started losing money. And I can name a lot of companies, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Because Trump is taking heat from this too. Some people are saying, oh, Trump is bought too, just like Shane Gillis. Trump has been bought out by these billion-dollar companies and sold out his own conservative views in order to get some money. So there could be some truth to that because Trump allegedly, back in the day or recently, It hasn't been confirmed, but they're saying he had millions of dollars in Bud Light stock or AB InBev stock. And also Trump is having a fundraising event coming out. A big wig lobbyist, a big rich lobbyist is hosting this event, and he's from Bud Light. He's hosting this big event coming in. It costs 10 grand just to get in. So they're going to be raising a whole lot of money for Trump and the Republican Party. This big rich guy from Bud Light. And people are saying, oh, this is why Trump is coming out saying this, because he's getting money from these people. He's getting money from some executives, some big money people over there at Bud Light. And some people are saying Trump Jr. Last April, Trump Jr. came out swinging and defending Bud Light. And people were saying, yeah, that's because you and your family own stock in this company. And your support of Bud Light is not about conservative views. It has nothing to do with how they insulted the customer or this LGBT LMNOP thing, how they tried to promote this man who has been making fun of women wearing a costume of a woman, influencing children to fall into this nonsense, brainwashing children into falling into this false satanic religious ideology, LGBT LMNOPism. Bud Light paid and supported somebody like this, and Trump Jr. are defending this company because money. Only money reasons. But I'm not sure. There could be some truth to that, like I said. But Bud Light, they're definitely moving far away from Dylan Mulvaney. It looks like a hard lesson learned after losing billions of dollars in company value, hundreds of millions of dollars over just the last few months of 2024. They lost hundreds of millions of dollars. So is Trump being more friendly towards Bud Light because of money? Maybe. But I'm sure he's going to receive a fat check, a very nice check, and some of the other Republicans at this lobbying event they got coming up. And I'm sure Bud Light wrote a really nice check to Shane Gillis. But who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.